Welcome back to Digital Rage. I am Jeff, the producer here at Byer Company. In this episode, we are talking about AI-Adaptive SEO. This is my article in reaction to a lot of clickbait articles claiming that everything you know about SEO is obsolete. The fundamentals of SEO are still very relevant, even required in order to surface in AI responses. Let's dig in.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and give you the concentrated knowledge you need. And today, we're tackling something big. Sources are pretty much unanimous. This is the biggest shakeup in SEO we've seen in, 20 years?
Oh, easily. It's absolutely seismic. This isn't just, tweaking your H1 tags or chasing another algorithm update. We're seeing a fundamental change in how people actually find information online.
Right. It's that shift away from just keywords.
Exactly. Towards more complex conversational questions that you'd ask an AI.
So our mission today is to unpack this move. From the SEO we all knew focused on getting that #1 ranking to what people are now calling AI-Adaptive SEO. We've got a lot of analysis here, and it all boils down to one core question, really.
Which is?
If the goal isn't hitting #1 anymore, but instead becoming the trusted, authoritative source that an AI actually cites in its answer, well, what do you as a content creator need to do differently? Like starting right now.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? That difference ranking versus being the cited source, that's the absolute heart of this new way of thinking.
Okay.
But before anyone panics and throws out everything they've learned, we really need to stress that the old foundation is still crucial.
So the traditional playbook isn't dead?
Not at all. Think of it more like the price of admission now. It gets you in the game.
Okay, let's nail down those ground rules then. What are the non-negotiables? The things that, even allow an AI to consider your content?
Well, it still starts, and honestly probably still ends, with user intent. AI models are getting incredibly good at understanding not just the words someone types, but what they actually want to achieve.
The underlying goal.
Precisely. If your content doesn't nail that, doesn't fully satisfy what the user is trying to do, solve their problem, the AI is just going to look elsewhere. Intent is still king. Absolutely.
And the filter the AI uses for quality. That brings us back to EET, right? Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Our listeners know the acronym, but how does AI change its importance? Why does it matter more now?
Because EET has essentially become the AI's primary safety mechanism.
Yeah.
Think about it. These large language models, the systems using RI, retrieval augmented generation, they're designed to prioritize established authority.
To avoid mistakes.
Exactly. They get penalized for making things up, for hallucinations, or just spitting out low-quality info. So to reduce that risk, they actively hunt for content that demonstrates real, verifiable experience and deep expertise.
So it's more than just having a decent About Us page now. It sounds like the AI is actively checking, cross-referencing your credentials, maybe your site's history, against what it already knows.
That's exactly right. It's not just taking your word for it. It's looking at your track record, who links to you, who cites you. The overall quality and focus of your site, it's deciding if you're genuinely trustworthy. Established, proven authority gets cited. Thin, anonymous, or low-quality stuff. That's a liability for the AI. It just gets ignored.
That's a really key point. Okay, what about the technical side? Technical SEO often feels like the less glamorous part.
Yeah.
But the sources insist it's a baseline non-negotiable. If my content and EET are solid, why do I still need to obsess over core web vitals or site structure? Doesn't the AI just read the text?
It cares about efficiency. I mean, think about the sheer scale of data these models process. Technical SEO, especially speed, crawlability, clean architecture, it's essential for the AI bots to even access and process your content efficiently.
So if my site's slow or messy?
The bot just moves on. Why would it waste computing power trying to untangle a slow, confusing site when there are thousands of other authoritative sites that are technically perfect? It's a prerequisite now. Technical excellence gets you seen.
Okay, foundation established. Authority verified, intent satisfied, sites fast. Now, let's dig into the big strategic pivot. This is where it gets really interesting, moving from that old goal, #1 rank, maybe the featured snippet, to what we're calling the cite-worthy content strategy. The new game is creating a resource that's so definitive, so well-structured, that when the AI builds its answer for a user, it chooses your content as the reference link. It points back to you.
Which means rethinking how we approach topics, right? Moving beyond just clusters of keywords.
Absolutely. We have to optimize for entire concepts now, building real topical authority.
Explain that a bit more. The old way was.
The old way was often, spray and pray,
Mm-hmm.
write 10 slightly different articles to catch 10 slightly different keyword variations.
Right.
But AI doesn't just match keywords anymore. It understands the deeper connections, the semantics between all the ideas within a whole topic.
So the new approach is one definitive guide. Pretty much. Instead of 10 thin pieces, you build one comprehensive pillar-style resource, something that covers the core topic from, well, every angle. You proactively answer the main questions, the follow-up questions, the what-ifs.
And that signals reliability to the AI.
It signals completeness. These RAG systems are designed to synthesize information. If you provide the most complete, reliable picture in one place, you stop being just a collection of keyword-targeted pages, and you start becoming a true authority on the subject.
Okay, I get the authority angle, but let me push back slightly. If I create one monster guide, won't that page be huge? Potentially slow? Doesn't that hurt my core web vitals? The very thing we just said was crucial.
That's a fair point, and it's where structure becomes absolutely paramount. You can't just dump 10,000 words onto a page. You need smart structure, like using internal jump links, clear headings, maybe concise summaries at the top. Really clean code is essential too. And remember, topical authority isn't just about length, it's about completeness and value. Every section has to deliver.
So depth is good, but it has to be well organized and fast.
Exactly. The AI is sophisticated. It can appreciate the depth, but only if the technical side, the delivery mechanism, is smooth and fast.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, so that brings us to the real nuts and bolts. If the goal is to be cite-worthy, what are the practical steps? The mechanics of structuring content so an AI can easily, almost automatically, pull information out and attribute it correctly. We're talking machine efficiency here.
You've nailed it. That's the philosophical shift. You're essentially building a reference document specifically for an AI model.
Meaning
Your content needs clear, factual statements, things that are easy to verify. The machine doesn't want to wade through paragraphs of flowery prose to find one simple data point. It wants the facts, cleanly presented.
And what specific structures make that happen? Make extraction easy.
This is where specific formatting tools become critical. We're talking about leveraging things like bullet points, numbered lists, detailed comparison tables, and really clear definition.
Joe, why those specifically?
Because they're formatting gold for an AI. They're super easy to parse, easy to extract specific pieces of information from, and this is key, easy for the AI to attribute back to you accurately.
So if it can pull a perfect quote from a bullet point or a table cell.
The risk of it misinterpreting or hallucinating drops significantly, which makes the AI much more likely to choose your content to cite.
So simplifying complex ideas into, say, a bulleted list isn't just for human readers anymore. It's a strategic choice for the AI.
It absolutely is. And tied into that is building what some call the web of trust. It's not just about presenting data. You need to cite your own sources within your content. Show the machine your homework.
Demonstrating rigor.
Exactly. That internal rigor signals to the AI that your information is well-researched, verified, reliable. It just builds confidence. It makes the AI more comfortable using you as a primary reference.
Makes sense. Make it easy to cite, make it trustworthy to cite. And I can see how this connects to how search feels more conversational now. You ask one question, you usually have follow-ups in mind.
Precisely. AI search tries to anticipate that next step. Think about the people also ask box in Google search results. That's a basic version of this conversational flow.
So that box is actually a goldmine.
It's a goldmine for understanding the paths users take. Your content needs to do the same thing. Answer the main question, sure, but then proactively answer those likely secondary, tertiary follow-up questions. If you do that, you become the go-to source the AI keeps coming back to within that single user session.
We've covered content structure, citing sources.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about guiding the machine more explicitly. The source material really hammers home that schema markup has gone from like a nice-to-have bonus to a critical requirement for this AI-Adaptive SEO. Why such a big jump in importance?
Okay, think of schema as like the detailed nutritional label on your food packaging, but for your content. The AI bot doesn't want to guess what it's looking at.
It wants the facts up front.
Exactly. Schema gives the bot a guided tour. You're explicitly telling it, this section here is a definition. This part is a step-by-step how-to guide. Here are the author's credentials. These are FAQs.
So simply using the basic article schema isn't really cutting it anymore. We need to get more specific.
You absolutely must. Basic article schema just says, This is an article. Okay, fine. But detailed schema, like FAQ page schema, that gives the AI the exact question and answer pairs it needs for clean attribution. How-to schema structures the steps perfectly.
It takes the guesswork out.
Completely. It removes ambiguity for the AI. It guarantees the machine understands the purpose and structure of your information, which dramatically boosts your chances of being selected and cited correctly, especially for those structured answers AI often generates.
The message seems loud and clear. If you don't explicitly label your content for the AI, it might not know how to use it properly, or it might just skip it. Okay, this has been a really solid framework. For everyone listening, nodding along, thinking about their own site, what are, say, the top 3 actionable things they should prioritize? Like, this week.
Okay, 3 things. First, conduct a real topical authority audit. Pick your main subject areas, maybe your top 3. Map out all your existing content against those topics. Where are the gaps?
It's in terms of?
Gaps in covering those secondary and tertiary questions. Maybe you've covered the what is X really well, but you completely missed the how do I use X, or the why should I care about X compared to Y. Find those gaps and fill them. Aim for completeness.
Got it. Step 1, audit for completeness. What's number 2?
Number 2, optimize your existing high performers for cite-worthiness. Look at the pages that already get traffic, that already rank reasonably well. Go into those pages specifically looking for opportunity.
What opportunities like?
Like taking a dense paragraph, explaining a concept, and breaking the key takeaways into a bulleted list. Or finding comparisons and putting them into a simple table, adding specific data points with sources. Basically, make it incredibly easy for an AI to grab a perfect, self-contained, attributable quote.
Effortless extraction. That seems to be the mantra. Okay, and the 3rd action item. What about new content?
For new content, target explanation queries. Really focus your creation efforts on those in-depth conversational answers. The how, the why, the what is type questions.
Why those specifically?
Because that's where AI often shines, providing detailed explanations. If you can create the most comprehensive, the most verifiable, the best structured explanation for those core informational queries, you position yourself as the go-to reference source that the AI will naturally gravitate towards. Commercial content will evolve, sure, but the need for clear, authoritative explanations isn't going away.
It really sounds like this AI adaptive approach isn't some passing fad. It's the next chapter for SEO, isn't it? And taking your solid traditional SEO foundation and layering on this focus on, well, citation mechanics, that seems like the key to getting ahead right now.
Absolutely. It's about understanding how the machine works, its constraints, its priorities, like avoiding errors and citing reliably, and then building your content to meet those needs. Be the best, most verifiable, and crucially, the most easily attributable answer out there.
So let's zoom out for a final thought. What does all this really mean? If these AI systems are fundamentally designed to reward EAT, to reward clear structure, to reward meticulous sourcing, does becoming AI adaptive essentially mean we're being pushed back towards a higher standard, maybe almost like academic rigor, but for all online content? Is the machine, ironically, forcing us all to be better researchers and clearer writers? Something for you to think about as you start auditing your own topics. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Reach out to us at jbyer.com for comments and questions. Follow us at Byer Company on social media, and if you'd be so kind, please rate and review us in your podcast app.